Hi, welcome to Starry Night Guitars. My name is Rich Kettner. Today I'm going to talk about the role of a guitarist in a worship setting. And to give you background, I've been doing worship for the past 30 years, and I've done it in different roles. There's been times I've been the worship leader, leading an acoustic guitar as well as singing. Other times I'm playing electric, sometimes bass, even a couple times the drums. So there's a couple things to look at. You need to switch gears. If I'm playing acoustic guitar, that means I'm wearing the hat of worship leader. So in addition to playing the chords and adding to the rhythm, I'm singing, I'm prompting the congregation. I'm also cutting the tunes off for the band, and I'm cueing people when the song ends, cutting off the tempo, all those kind of things. So as the acoustic guitar player, I'm going to be playing busier rhythms. I'm going to be a key part of creating the groove of how I want the style to be. Also, at least in my situations, as the worship leader, I was also responsible for the arrangements of the tunes. I would need to decide, does everyone play at once? Or do we have the guitar start with keyboard at the bass of the next verse? The drums and electric guitar comes in on the chorus. You just need to think all that through and make decisions and lead the band and let them know. I've been in worship bands where there's 5 or 6 musicians and they just count the song and everyone plays from the beginning of the song to the end of the song. Now, there's times that can be effective, but there's also times that's not as musical or I believe as worshipful as it can be. And that's your job, is to lead the congregation into worship. So you want to think that through, you want to have a process. So whatever that process is for you, you just want to have a definite plan of what you have in your mind, what you want to see happen for that song. So again, I would play differently if I'm wearing the hat of worship leader versus playing electric. If I'm playing electric guitar, it's probably the assumption that I'm going to be playing solos or melodies. And I would play different then. I'm not going to solo throughout the whole song. Actually, I went to a church once where there was a person leading on guitar and keyboard and bass and drums and vocals, and electric guitarist, and this particular person soloed from the time the song started to the song ended. And it was just the most weird thing to me. For one, it wasn't musical. For two, I don't think it was worshipful. And so that's another point. I think it's important to keep in mind why you're there, why you're up on this platform, involved in this music program. Hopefully it's not for your own glory, it's not for your pride. It's not so you can show off your prowess on your instrument. I know my heart when I get up to do worship is I want to glorify God. And I want to take the talent that He's given me, the ability He's bestowed on me, and use it to bless others and lead them into His presence. So it's not about me. It's not about me playing a bunch of great, cool lecture people are going to be patting me on the back. I just want to honor and glorify Him. So when you understand that, for me, that resolves a lot of the problems of what I'm going to do. If I'm playing electric guitar, my role depends on the number of musicians in the band. Now, I've been in situations where there's the worship leader on acoustic, 2 electrics, a bass player, a keyboard player, a drummer, 2 female singers. That's a lot of parts happening. And the most musical way to look at that is the more parts you have happening, the less everyone needs to play. And it's that much more key that everyone listens to each other to make it fit together. And when everyone just plays their little small piece, it makes the whole better. Or another analogy, a way I like to look at it is, imagine you're stepping into an elevator. Say it's 8 by 8. You step into an empty elevator, or you step in and you're there and 2 other people. So there's all this cubic space, right? Quite a bit of space. Versus you step into an elevator, same size, 8 by 8, but there's 14 other people. So now there's 15 people in the elevator. The amount of available space has not changed, but more people have been put into that space. So everyone has a little less room. You're kind of cramped like this. It's a similar idea, at least for me, in a worship setting, when I go from 3 musicians leading worship versus a group of 7 or 8. There have been times I've played electric guitar and a song will start and I won't play until maybe the chorus, because there's already a keyboard playing and the acoustic guitar or a synthesizer or the bass. I might wait. It's the layout for the introduction, layout for the first verse, not even come into the chorus, or maybe wait for the next verse. Because to me, it just didn't sound musical. No, I know there are musicians, I've seen it happen, I've been in groups where this has happened, where in their head, they may not verbalize it out loud, but they're kind of thinking, hey, I'm not paid for this. I just want to play. I've hauled all my equipment here. I've got my amp. I've got my pedal boards. I've got my guitars. I'm going to play. That's not the heart of worship. The heart of worship is to come in again and say, I want to do all I can do just to contribute to make this more worshipful. And if not playing is how I'm going to do that, then that's what I'm going to do. So you need to think that through. And another thing, as an electric player, I struggled for years with playing guitar solos, because when you look in the rock world, if someone plays a rock guitar solo, people are like, all the adulation is going to that person. Playing within the church in a Christian song, I don't want the adulation to go to me. I want it to go to God. So I've kind of struggled with that. And I just come to a point where I'm thinking, as long as I know my heart is right, my intent is not to play something flashy to draw any attention to me. I want all the glory to go to God. So this is kind of a higher level concept. I know some guitarists will listen to this and just say, hey, I'm just trying to play the chords. I'm trying to get through the C, F major 7, D minor 7. Or if you can play the chord shapes, then you have to figure out all the strumming patterns that you're going to do. So this is kind of down the road. This is for musicians that are maybe a little more advanced musically. Where you can get through the songs and you can still listen. You're listening to other people and responding to what they play, but then thinking about, okay, what is my role? What can I do to contribute to this? Or what do I need to not do to make this better? So these are not all the answers. This is just kind of my reflection of how I look at it when I'm a part of a worship team. So I'd encourage you to give it some thought, pray about it, see what God would tell you. And I just encourage you to continue to grow on your instrument. You know, it's really important to strive to be the best musician you can. In Psalms, there's a lot of verses that talk about playing skillfully before the Lord. I think that's very important. Again, not that the attention is drawn to you, but that my playing or your playing is not a hindrance to others. That people can be blessed by you using the gift that God has given you. So if you're going to play on a worship team, I'd encourage you to take it seriously. Get the music, learn your parts, know them. So when you go to a rehearsal or go to a service on Sunday, you're able to give 110% and then just worship. Because I love to go there, and for me, I've played long enough now that I'm not thinking chord shapes or how I move to the next chord or strumming. It just kind of happens. And then the times when I'm able to really focus, just worship and concentrate on the Lord, is the times that I get most blessed, rather than thinking about technical issues of this next song, or how do I play this chord, or how do I get to that shape. And that comes in time. So I hope this gives you some food for thought. Hope to see you again. If you like this, tell a friend. Thanks so much. God bless, and take care.